Welcome to Baja Yogi TV. My name is Alex, and I'm excited to flow with you today. Today, we'll be walking through Sun Salutation A, also known as Surya Namaskar a foundational sequence of yoga. So grab what you need, and let's get started. So for this walkthrough of Sun Salutation A, we're going to take it through 3 times, and just to get you a little bit familiar with the transitions and the cues for this foundational sequence. For Sun Salutation A, we start at the front of the mat. You always want to leave a little bit of space at the front of the mat so you can rest down to press your hands, your blocks, or anything of the sort. Starting from the ground up. Traditionally, big toes touch sliver of space between the heels, but if that is not comfortable, you can just keep your feet slightly at parallel with a little bit of space between them at about hip width distance. As you begin to root into the mat, the 4 corners of the feet, so that would be from the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and then the 2 back pieces of the heel, we root those into our mat for a steady and firm foundation. Spread wide through the toes, root in. Good. From our root, we draw that energy in through the legs. We lift the knees up as we adjust through the hips, roll back through the shoulders, pit of the belly generally in and up, floating ribs in. Want to shy away from a serious anterior tilt or a serious posterior tilt. Keep it somewhere along the midline where you're comfortable. Hands reach alongside you as shoulders draw back. We lift up with the chin, crown of the head aims towards the sky. On our inhale, reach up through the arms, gaze up toward the fingers, lower down the shoulders away from the ears, no shoulder earrings. As we exhale, slight lift, and then hinge from the hips, fold forward. Ride that exhale all the way down. Once we've reached down, either the palms can plant into your mat, you can tent through the fingertips, or you can bend at the knees. Fold the chest into the thighs. Shift the weight to the center of the feet. And as you continue to practice, we aim towards straightening out the leg so we can really get that nice stretch behind the legs. On your inhale next, halfway lift. We lift halfway, gaze over the tip of the nose. Continue to maintain the weight into the center of the feet. And then as we exhale, we step it back to a high plank. Now, this high plank, everyone's favorite, is a nice line of energy from the head to the hips to the heels. So that means we don't have the hips sagging all the way down here. We don't have a sassy plank with the booty up in the air. We find a nice happy medium with a nice straight line of energy. Spread wide through the fingers, root into your mat as you press away from the earth. Good. Next we have chaturanga on our exhale. Shift forward slightly to the tips of the toes. Exhale, we'll lower down halfway with elbows bending back. Gaze is forward over the tip of the nose. Good. Inhale, low cobra. We shifted forward into the tops of the feet. Draw back through the shoulders. Activate through the legs to the tops of the feet. Engage the thighs as they hover up over the mat. Spread open across the chest. Gaze ahead of you. Exhale, downward facing dog. We find our inverted V. In our downward facing dog, spread wide through the fingers, root through the backs of the knuckles, circumference of the palms. Externally rotate through the arms to spread the shoulder blades across the upper back. You can slightly press back through the chest to find a tilt of the pelvis up toward the ceiling. And then reach through the legs as we draw the heels down to the mat, or find a slight bend in the knees. Release the head, soften the face, soften the neck, and find your gaze either towards the kneecaps, the ankles, or the navel. On your inhale, because we'll take 5 breaths here, so after those 5 breaths, we look forward to the tips of the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, and then we'll walk forward or lightly hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, Gaze over the tip of the nose. Exhale, fold, draw your chest into your thighs. Shift the weight to the center of the feet. Inhale, reach and rise up. Extend through the hands, gaze up toward the thumbs. Exhale, release, hands by your side. And that's one Sun Salutation A. So we'll take it through 2 more times. Starting at the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift out of the seat, fold forward, ride the breath. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step it back. Find your high plank. Deep breath in, exhale, slight shift forward, lower chaturanga, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, shift forward, spread open across the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Remember, wrap into the arms, spread the shoulder blades across the upper back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend, either walk or take a nice light hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, gaze over the tip of the nose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release, hands by your side. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step it back. High plank. Chaturanga. Slight shift forward. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open across the chest. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend, light hop or walk front of the mat. Halfway. Fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, release, hands by your side. And that was 3 Sun Salutation A's.